You can use money as a tool to reach your goals. It can provide your family with a sense of peace and protection, give you control over the future, and help you save for an easier life. It would help if you learned how to make your money work to accomplish these goals. Taking charge of your finances and using that control to increase your financial security and stability steadily is the key to making your money work for you. Eventually, you might be able to amass a fortune or achieve financial independence. However, this isn't possible if you aren't aware of where your money is going. And to take the best care of your finances, you should be looking for more effective methods rather than giving up on saving altogether. Hello 101 community, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to tell you how to make money work for you. Before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to never miss any updates. Learn to budget. A budget is an essential tool for altering your financial behavior. When you have a budget, you are aware of your sources of income and make thoughtful decisions about how you spend your money. Rather than spending your money on impulse purchases, invest instead and watch that money grow. Budgeting is a continuous process. You should actively participate in it each day. To take into account significant expenses or your own spending patterns, you might need to modify your budget from month to month. You can allocate your income after you know how much you have. You are in charge of your money when thinking about where to spend it. This is the first step to reclaiming control over your finances so that it works how you want them to. Get out of debt. You pay more than the original purchasing price when you have debt. Additionally, you must pay interest, which can significantly reduce your income. When you are in debt, your money isn't working for you. Instead, it is being used to pay interest. It puts a strain on your finances and restricts your options. Contrarily, when you pay off debt, you can use that money to fund the things that are important to you. You can use it for other financial objectives like saving for education, setting up a retirement account, going on vacation, or upgrading your living arrangements. You could launch a business. You can start investing in it to increase your wealth and generate more financial freedom. Create an emergency fund. Surprises might be terrifying when you don't have control over your finances. Any progress you've made toward taking control of your finances might be undone by an unforeseen auto repair, medical treatment, job loss, or other financial disasters. Having an emergency fund shows that you have thought ahead for unforeseen expenses, which is another approach to making your money work for you. If an emergency does arise, you can use the funds in your fund to work towards solving the problem and regaining control. It may take some time to accumulate emergency savings. It would help if you aim to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. However, it will be helpful if you save even a small amount. Set aside as much as possible in an unexpected expenses area in your budget if you are still paying off debt or don't have many places for it. Any money in this category should be transferred to a different savings account at the end of the month. Spend less and make investments. After paying off your debt and freeing up all that extra cash, you can invest and save your money to grow. The type of life you lead, goals, and other things will determine what you save for. You will require retirement funds as well as an emergency fund. Additionally, think about whether you require investing in your own or your children's education, saves on travel, a reserve for a down payment on a home, saving money to launch a business, a car fund for maintenance or a new car, additional funding for dependents, or investing in long-term care for oneself or dependents. There must be a question that pops up in your head, such as how to save your money well. Set a cap on your unplanned spending. The net income, or the sum of money left over after deducting expenses from income, is a crucial component of your budget. If you have any money left over, you can utilize it up to a certain amount for leisure and fun. You can't spend it all at once, especially since there isn't much of it, and you need to make sure that it lasts the entire month. Please make sure that any major purchases you're about to make don't conflict with any other plans you have or are making. Keeping track of all expenditures will help you avoid going over budget because little purchases made here and there add up and give false impressions. Focusing on your expenses can help you find hidden areas where you're overspending without even realizing it. You can discover areas where you struggle to control spending by saving receipts, recording your purchases in a spending notebook, and classifying them. Don't commit to any new recurring monthly bills. You shouldn't accept a loan just because your salary and credit make you eligible for one. Many have been mistakenly led to believe that the bank won't approve them for a credit card or loan if they can't afford them. The bank has only seen the income and debt you've documented, which are limited to what is shown on your credit report. The bank is unaware of other commitments that make it difficult for you to make timely payments. Depending on your income and other monthly obligations, it is up to you to decide if a monthly payment is manageable. Your credit card is your toughest opponent as a reckless spender, so keep your purchases to a minimum. You don't think about whether you can afford to pay the bill when you run out of cash. You reach for your credit cards. Avoid the temptation to use your credit cards to make unaffordable purchases, especially for things you don't need. Also, there's a term called portfolio management, which I assumed you might have heard of on social media. So let's explore what exactly portfolio management is. If you liked the video so far, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to develop yourself financially and want to take your future into your own hands, check the links in the video description. Investment portfolio management. A comprehensive investing strategy based on your objectives, time frame, and risk tolerance is called portfolio management. Selecting investments such as stocks, bonds, and funds, and tracking those investments over time constitute portfolio management. You can manage your portfolio independently with a pro or through an automated service. The two primary portfolio management methods are active and passive management. Active portfolio managers make decisions on investments directly. Investors pay a percentage of the assets you have for them to handle for you. Their objective is to outperform a benchmark for investments. On the other hand, high portfolio management fees reduce investment returns. Clients must pay 1% of their account balance or more annually to cover advisory costs, which is why more cheap, passive investment portfolio management services have gained popularity. Selecting a group of investments that follow a comprehensive stock market index is a component of passive portfolio management. The objective is to replicate the market's returns, or a certain segment of them, over time. You can define your parameters with a Robo Advisor, which employs a computer algorithm to choose and manage your investments instead of a typical portfolio manager. Because there is little need for active, hands-on investment management, Robo Advisors often charge a percentage of assets handled. This is typically between 0.25% and 0.50% as management fees. Consider utilizing a service like Facet Wealth or Personal Capital if you want more comprehensive assistance, including management of your investment accounts and financial planning advice. The financial advice you'd receive at a traditional financial planning firm combines low-cost, automated portfolio management in these services. Advisors give recommendations on spending, saving, investing, and protecting your money. The key distinction is that you meet with your financial planner via the phone or video rather than in person. In the real world, Portfolio management combines all of these elements into a customized portfolio. Consider an investor who doesn't want to take much risk since they want to retire in 5 years. Their employer offers a 401k into which they contribute a part of their income. They might have a 50% stock and 50% bond asset allocation. The investor will have a riskier portfolio than they are comfortable with if this ratio shifts over time. The investor ends up with a portfolio closer to 55% in stocks. The portfolio would then be rebalanced by the investor or portfolio manager to restore the original 50-50 split. What is the stock quote? Stock quotes provide details on recent trading activity for a certain stock on a specific exchange. During the trading day, you may typically view a variety of information, including the prices sellers are willing to offer, asks, and the prices buyers are willing to pay, bids. These quotes make it possible for buyers and sellers to connect and transact business. For instance, you would check for the company's stock quote if you wanted to obtain information about how shares of the Coca-Cola company were moving. You might notice KO as its ticker symbol. Additionally, you would see the share price on the 6th of May, 2022 was $64.74. More information than only the current share price is displayed in the stock quote. It contains useful information that you can use to assess the company's stock as you choose whether to buy or sell. Once you know how to read a stock quote, you can make informed financial selections. You may learn how to value a firm and even predict a stock's performance using the information you collect. You'll learn how to understand a stock's volatility and be able to assess your investment risk. Although you should be aware that the quotes you see on many free online sites are delayed, you can keep track of a stock's price throughout the day. Data providers can postpone quotes by 20 minutes or more, allowing them to charge extra for truly live quotes. Track the stocks you are interested in over time with a watch list. Even if past outcomes do not guarantee future ones, keeping track of your decisions teaches you how to spot stocks that satisfy your trading requirements. You can also use it to spot patterns that can aid your trading. In the end, make calculated steps to save money and ensure that the majority of that money must work in your favor and attract more money for you. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so you'll be notified of every update. Also, don't forget to check the links in the video description. And while you're here, click to watch one of these 2 videos appearing on your screen right now. I will see you there. Take care and stay tuned.